Hi, everybody. Having the courage to stand up, make your voice heard, and report a crime is virtuous, it is noble, it is heroic. But it's also a lot easier said than done. Fortunately, Sergeant Paul Tapao is here, and we are going to talk about how us Guamanians can find the strength inside if we see something wrong, especially when they're people that we may be friends with or even related to. That's really, really hard for people of any age.
Absolutely, and every time I discuss the Crime Stoppers or I discuss anything in crime in general, I really focus on the issue of the hardest thing to do, which is making the right decision, because it's going to require a lot of sacrifice. It's going to require you making that tough decision and tough choice of, am I doing the right thing? Is this really what I want to do? But know full wholeheartedly that what you're doing is right. And what you're doing is it really is benefits the community by providing information and providing that information to help us, to help keep our community safe. And I really do want to applaud the community members who have been stepping up the efforts in providing that safer community by reporting crime. No matter what crime we bring into the homes, each and every individual that provided information to all our cases that we've been handling have been really instrumental. So I thank them so much.
So what do you tell people, especially kids, Sarge? Because I'm thinking, kids are going to say, okay, my cousin or my friend, let's say cousin, right?
Yeah.
Is involved in some pretty bad stuff. I want to say something because I don't want him to possibly wind up in jail, possibly get really, really hurt, even die. I grew up with this person. We wore each other's clothes. We spent our entire lives together and everything like that. But I know what he's doing is not right.
So, to answer that, it really is just providing the facts. Giving the audience or the listeners or whoever really wants to understand about how they can make a difference, we put the facts forward about what's right, the consequences that do happen and can happen and will happen, and how we can help. By you coming forward and bringing us that information, you're taking that one step closer in providing help. And again, you hit it on the head when you said it takes courage. It does take that inner courage for you to come forward, because you never know. A lot of the cases and what we're dealing with, it's a common norm that these individuals are surrounded by crime. They're probably brought up in a criminal element and everything, but not knowing what they're doing is right or wrong. Now that we provide the facts and give them the information, now wholeheartedly they know what is wrong and they know what is right. And again, this is where we ask them, find that inner courage, like what you said, find the bravery to find that sort of strength to come forward and provide that information. And just over the weekend, there's testimony of somebody finding that inner strength and netting almost 95 grams of crystal methamphetamine. And that courageous individual, that courageous student, I really want to applaud that individual. That was a hard thing to do. But the full totality and the holistic approach and what had happened and what transpired to that, whatever inspired that child to come out and make that decision, to give us that information, please, that's where we want to focus on. And this is where we want to say thank you. Thank you to that individual, and thank you to the many viewers out there and our entire island for wanting to make a difference and bring change.
All right, well, here is what you can do to find out more.
On Monday, October 15, at around 10:30 in the morning, officers from the Tumon Precinct Command responded to a purse snatching that occurred on Route 14, Talon San Victorious, by the Royal Orchid Hotel in Tumon. Now, the preliminary investigation suggests that a female victim was walking on the sidewalk by the Royal Orchid Hotel when an unknown man, only wearing a red shirt and blue shorts, walked past her and grabbed her purse from behind, causing the victim to fall. The male suspect was successful in taking the victim's purse and was seen running towards an awaiting car described as an older model faded sedan. The suspect was seen entering the car, which drove off towards Pleasure Island in Tumon. As a result of the robbery, the female victim sustained abrasions to her knee but refused any medical care. This case remains open as officers are requesting the help from the community relative to this investigation.
All right, Paul, you're very famous for having these really whimsical sayings and things like that, especially, again, that young people can kind of glom onto. Again, what would you say to young people who are saying, I don't want my family to get hurt. I don't want to put myself in a tough spot. People are going to hate me. People are going to think I'm a narc, if kids even still use that word anymore.
Yeah.
But what can I do? But I want to be a good person, and I want to protect my community because I love Guam.
We just tell them the path and avenues and how they can help. It simply starts by reporting crime, by just giving us information, providing that critical information, and we'll help from there. The process will take its course. It may not look as inviting as what you're seeing now in the news, but in the end, it really is going to benefit not just that individual, but the family. It's not just going to benefit that family, but the entire community. Not just the entire community, but the entire island. And this is where we see that trickle effect. This is where we see that butterfly effect take its course. And stay the course, understand what's right, and endure all the challenges you have, and face that adversity and take that step forward by simply reporting crime.
All right, Sarge, thanks so much as always.
And thanks for having me again.
All right, everybody, we will be back after this.